There we go. In the tiki room. In the tiki room. In the tiki room. Hey, Coach, what's happening? Hello, Triton. Welcome on in. Well, it's about time, he says. I'm over here waiting to get drunk. Welcome on in to the Tiki season 2024. And there is Fat Turtle Racing. All right. What is happening? Yes. Fat Turtle Racing, our race team here, checking in with us. FTR, I like it. Super duper like it. Let's see. Now, I am on StreamYards tonight, obviously. So we are trying this out because this will be how we are going to stream stuff. So we're gonna try using StreamYard a little bit. And only because, like I said, we're going to try to do some live streaming. We're not really sure how it's going to work. We've talked about it. So, hopefully. Oh, right. I forgot. Yes. Yep, I gotcha. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure all this out. Anyways, so welcome on in. It is 2024 Memorial Day weekend. We are opening up the Tiki Bar tonight. So, we've been getting it ready for a couple weeks between work trips and Disney, and starting a brand new channel, which I will put up here in just a little bit. We'll drop the link in. So it took a little bit, but finally the weather's nice enough. Live streaming is not couch streaming, but we are here. As you can see, we got the triple tap going here tonight. So we are going to start off nice and easy, just like a good racer would. You don't come right out of the gate and hammer hard, right? You got to go nice and easy. Let's see here. So here's my cup. Let's grab the inaugural beer, shall we? Let's see here. So here we go. 1, 2, presto. Now, in all fairness, full disclosure, I may or may not have been testing it today. Just wanted to make sure it all went right. You know what I mean? So of course I had to test it. But we've got nothing in here but a little Bud Light. Like I said, nice and easy. We're gonna ramp it up. We still have 2 open slots for kegs back here, so that's exciting. We're gonna go probably next weekend. We'll probably go and grab a different kind of beer. So cheers. Congrats y'all for being here, and welcome to Tiki Time 2024. Ooh, that's so good. Nice, cold, refreshing beer. There was no wafflings while we were at Disney World, although I was on high alert for a sneak attack. I'm not going to lie. I was 100% waiting for it. And go around corners. I'm like, ooh, do I see him? Where'd he go? But yes. Oh, I know, the Thin Mint brew. Man, I never got to brew that. Man, that's something that I need to try to get into. Maybe after race season is over. For those of you who are going to... All right. Oh, Coach. Oh, please do. Please do. It is... we'll have a real good time. So, yeah, so we've been busy. Registered the motorcycle today. Gonna get out on it tomorrow morning. It's gonna be our first bike ride of the day. For those of you that are here, you obviously know about Fat Turtle Racing, the people I see in the chat. So, oh, all right, Coach, cool. Hello, Suzanne. Nice to see you. Fat Turtle Racing, for those of you that may be on the rewatch crew later on, Fat Turtle Racing is a new channel that has started. So it's me, Stephanie, Lindsay, and Megan, all the regulars you see here, except it's our team race channel. So we started it for a couple of reasons. One was accountability, and the other reason was to really kind of document our progress as we get ready for the RunDisney in January, because we're going to run the half marathon. And you know, we've since, you know, discussed a lot of stuff. We have a logo. We're going to have t-shirts made up. So, and if you guys like the stuff and you like the logo and the stuff that we're doing with it, we can probably make it available. So, like, you know, you can just head on over to a shop and we'll have it set up if you want to order some stuff. And we're hoping that, you know, it helps other people that are like us, that maybe aren't really athletic or runners or haven't done it in a long time, trying to get back into it. Hopefully it will, you know, kind of inspire them to go and get out and move, and maybe they can take some tips on what we're doing. So that's what we're hoping for. But so good. Oh, we got you can see the second one right there. Right there. There. That's the second kegerator, which is going to get modified. So it's going to lose the top right here. We're going to take the tower off. And I have a solid rubber gasket, because when you take that off, it leaves a hole, because that's where all the beer lines go through. But we're going to use it as like a mini outdoor fridge. And of course, if there's a hole in the refrigerator, it doesn't really refrigerate, right? So we're going to... excuse me. We're going to cover that hole. We're going to start using our original kegerator as a mini outdoor fridge. Hey, Mr. Bob Newell, what's happening? So we got some new shelving that's going to be coming in, right? And it's going to sit right over the top of this. It's going to sit like down here in this area. And that's where the TV is going to go. So I have a piece of wood that I'm going to cut and remount. We're going to shore some stuff up over there. It's going to be awesome. We got some brand new lighting, so we're going to do some nighttime streams. I mean, outside there are lights that are built into those brown stanchions. So there's lights in there, but we've got some other outdoor lighting that we've bought that we're going to add on to here. So we're really excited to be able to do nighttime streams from out here. It'll be very, we'll have ambiance. I think that's the buzzword I'm supposed to use, right? Ambiance. So we're going to have some ambiance out here. And then, of course, you know, we've started, on top of just doing tin can reviews, which if you have not checked it out already, please go into the channel and check out our Ranger Creek distillery vlog. That place was incredible. That place was on par with up here in like Massachusetts, our Treehouse Brewing. It is right there with them. Right there with them. The beers were good. The whiskeys were good. It's a great place. I wish maybe they served a little bit of food. And maybe they had hours that were just a tiny bit different, because that would be a place like after work I would love to stop, or maybe like get the family and like go out for an early night, like out there. If they stayed open till like 7 or 8 o'clock, that'd be great. Go out, maybe grab like a bar style pizza, or maybe just like a pretzel appetizer or something, and throw back a couple of beers and just relax for the night. But they are closed on Mondays. Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, Monday. They're open Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday from noon, 10 a.m. to like 4. And then it's like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I think they're open noon to 9 or Friday, Saturday, they're open noon to 9. So, their hours are a little wacky. So it makes it a little difficult to kind of get out there during the week, even as a local, I bet, with work. Because, if you're working during the day, you're probably not off work till 3, 4 o'clock when they're closing up shop. But highly recommend, if you are going to San Antonio, Ranger Creek Brewing and Distillery. You will not get a bad beer. My personal favorite, if you go and watch that vlog, was at the end. They had like this imperial ale that was this coffee imperial ale that is hands down one of the best imperials I've ever had. It is, man, I wish they sold it up here, but right now it's just it's like a local area thing down there that's doing really well. So Hell's Kitchen is awesome. That place is great. Thanks, Triton. I guess I'm going to have my head on a swivel down there in August now, too. Yeah. Susanna, it was awesome. It was awesome. And then if you really want some historical cool stuff to watch, I did stream the Alamo, too. So, but that Ranger Creek Brewing and the Alamo are literally the two highlights of that whole work trip, was those two places. I hit a lot of other really good spots too. Like there was a place down the Riverwalk, which is kind of like their touristy bar restaurant area. And there were some, really nice places down there. They have a Coyote Ugly. They have a Hard Rock Cafe. So got some really good food, really good drinks. A place called Rita's, great. I went to the Mad Dog, which is like a recreation of British style pub. They had an Irish pub down in there. I mean, they had all these great places. Those two places were bar none the highlight, though. And that Riverwalk's really nice. At night it was cool. It was all lit up. There were colored lights everywhere, and it had a really good feel to it, especially as we got on in the week. Wednesday got a little busier. Thursday got a little busier. So ended at a piano bar called Howl at the Moon, which was really, really cool. The music there was fantastic. We streamed from there for a little bit. So, I mean, we went to some really good spots. Those two, tops, man. They were the tops. That is allowed, Coach. That is allowed. You will be internet famous. Or infamous, I guess. Cheers, y'all. Oh yeah. So, little update on the running, right? So we'll give you a little update on the running. I was, if it's netted. Originally tonight we were going to use StreamYards, and we were going to stream on the Fat Turtle Racing channel. But lo and behold, YouTube being the YouTubes, we can't do that until we get past, I guess, a 24-hour mark is what I'm told. So I guess that's what we're waiting for. So I don't know what happened. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I don't really know. So, oh, what happened here? Hello? 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 Ooh, there we go. I don't know what happened there. Like, what the heck? So yeah, so we were gonna try that, but it just, YouTube being YouTube, it stopped us. So we're here on my channel, but the idea is to try to promote that channel a little bit. We'd like to get to 100 people so we can start streaming on YouTube direct without having to use StreamYards all the time. But we're posting a lot of content over there, so I'm going to be posting a little bit of content tonight about my day today. Today I had, just an incredible day. So at first, so let's rewind back a little bit. And yesterday was not a very good day. Yesterday I went out after work, and I had all good intentions of running, and I was in it to win it. I mean, I had, I geared up and ready to go. I went as soon as work was over, which was fine. So I thought was fine, I should say. And it was not fine. What ended up happening was I got done working at about 2:30 yesterday, and I got all my stuff together. I was ready to go. I headed out at about 2:45, and I went to a place where I thought I could go and run where it was like fairly flat, wasn't going to give me too much trouble, and I could just put some miles under me and then be done. So I went to my mom lives in a gated community, so I said, oh, that would be perfect place to go. Let's go over there and try it. And like I said, all good intentions, and I got there and I started doing it, and I was doing good, and then I got about 3/4 of a mile in, and it was like 85 degrees and like super duper hot. It was humid. I was like, man. So I tried to push. The pollen count was super high. My eyes were swelling shut. I could feel my throat. It made my throat dry. It made I felt like I had a tickle in the back of my throat, like a hair was caught or something. So then I started coughing and hacking, and it was not good. So I got to a mile, and I said, all right, I'm at a mile. I got to get 2 out today. And I turned around, and I started to head back. And I couldn't go the distance. I had to tap out. It just was not, it was not good, It was not good. So I said, all right, we're going to try again today and see how it goes. So, a couple of things I've learned is that, one, I need to run when it's below 85 degrees and even relatively stupid humidity. Hair? Yes, like a hair. I don't know where I would have got it from. I know, but it's the only way I could describe it. Dairy Queen's a better option at that point. You're not lying. So I said, all right, I'll go out today. So I got up, had a normal breakfast, which is good. My breakfasts are typically like 1 egg. I get like an ounce of fingerling potatoes that are diced up into like little cubes. I put a piece of cheese on it. It's Stephanie. She gives me a serving of egg whites. I have a cup of coffee. It's a great meal. It's just enough to kind of get me going. So I ate it. I think I had maybe, I don't know, like maybe 2 to 3 ounces of cubed watermelon this morning too. And she goes out for her run. We get to about, I don't know, 9 o'clock or so. And she's back from her run. I'm going to go out for mine. So I am using, licking squirrels isn't good for you. Yeah, it makes hairballs. Backpack air conditioner. Hey, Debbie, what's happening? So I go out, and I'm feeling great, and I get to run in, and I am using Jeff Galloway, who is, he's kind of like the forerunner, the forefather of the run-walk method. He's really big in the RunDisney community. RunDisney uses his method as a way to help people train. So they always promote Jeff Galloway and the run-walk method, RunDisney. So he's got an app. I think it cost me like $55 for the year to have full access to the whole thing and everything it had to offer. So I said, yep. So I've used it a couple of times already, and it seemed to have worked out. Uh-oh. Hold on a minute. You guys hear the motorcycles, right? So it's one big cruising bike and these 4 little mini bikes with these honking exhausts on them. It's so funny. So I've already used it 3 or 4 times up to now. Today was supposed to be my long run. So I was supposed to run, I think it said like 2.13 miles or 2.3 miles or something like that. And I said, well, I'm already running 2 miles. Like, I was already doing it. So, those hoodlums. So I said, well, I'll go out and I'll run like half the 5K down, and I'll just turn around and run it back, and it'll be a 5K by the time I get home. So that's what I did. I ran a 5K today. I was just short. I was like 3 miles on the button. I think I was 1/10 of a mile short. I ran. I got to the halfway point, what I thought was the halfway point. My math was obviously off by 0.05. And I turned around. I just started heading back. The bad thing about the app is that when the workout ends, that's it. It's over. The whole program stops. So I had to take about 20 seconds to in the program to switch over to just a manual training session to keep going. I am elated to say that I've done it. I ran the 5K in 43 minutes and 30 some odd seconds. So I was running like a 14:23 or a 14:32 mile. And so I did it. Today was the first time I've ran a 5K in, so Stella is 9, in probably like 7 years. So the last 5K I did was on the back end of a triathlon. It ended with a 5K. And that was like 7 years ago. So I was still in my 30s then, and a lot's changed, but so I was pretty proud of myself. I completed it. We're going to post something on Fat Turtle Racing about it. I know that Megan and Lindsay are both running like those distances already. Like Megan regularly runs, I think it's 4 or 5 miles. Lindsay's out running like 3.5, 4 miles just about a day now. Stephanie's just about there. She's running every day. Her times are great. And she's running like 2 miles, 2.25 miles. So we are all right there. And the first 5K we're doing is June 20th. So that Bass Pro felt like a 5K. Awesome. Well, thank you, Coach. Thank you, everybody. Yeah. It was, I got to the halfway point and I turned around and I felt good. So Galloway's run-walk method, like, really works. And I did that 5K with those times, you know, the 43 minutes and 30 whatever seconds and the 14 whatever minute mile. And that was just running for 10 seconds, walking for 30 seconds. Running for 10, walking for 30. For that whole distance. That wasn't even just a straight run. And I was telling Stephanie, like, when I got back that, you know, I felt like, you know, obviously, you know, the legs are working, everything's going, but I was not so exhausted where I had to stop. I probably had, at that pace, like 1 or 2 more miles left in me. I felt that good. So, 20 years ago, you were in your 40s. Oh, stop it, Suzanne. Yeah, Debbie, some of these people walk, like, because so the RunDisney thing, right, is their criteria is you're going to maintain a 16-minute mile, and they actually have some people that will walk the 5K, the 10K, the half, and the full marathons. They will walk them at pace. I don't know how they do it. That is incredible. Free hot dogs today. Wow. Coach, I think that's a banner morning. Wait till you see my thing. I was like, let's effing go. Oh, yeah. When over on the Fat Turtle Racing channel, when I post that, you guys are going to be like, oh, that's it. That's what he was talking about. Actually, if you have not already, I believe that will take you to Fat Turtle Racing. Should take you to Fat Turtle Racing. That should be it. So it's in the chat right now if you want to go over there and check it out. If you have not already, please hit the subscribe button. You know, we're trying to get that subscriber count up. Share the channel out. You know, if you know somebody that's trying to get back into walking or running or something physical and they're just looking for some motivation, because I'm like, man, if my tanky backside can do it, so can everybody else. It's been 10 years since I was in my late 30s. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Triton. Yes, thank you, Suzanne. Awesome. Yep. Fat Turtle Racing, man. Fat Turtle Racing. I think that, you know, over on that channel, we're going to start doing some other stuff, too. So, like, if you go over there and check out the channel, you're going to see Lindsay's posted a couple things. I've got a couple, like, hey, we're going to do something, so, you know, keep an eye out. I'm actually going to make a post tonight for there. Stephanie's got one. She did, like, a run the other day where she kind of, like, did a little 3 or 5 minute, like, post-run review. So you're going to see a lot of those. I think Lindsay put up some stuff, like, food-related, like, as, like, a primer. So look for that stuff. And then, you know, I think what we're going to do is I talked about doing almost like a podcast style once a week or once every 2 weeks, maybe, the 4 of us sitting down and just kind of kicking things around to see where we are and what we're looking forward to, talking a little Disney talk, talking a little run talk. And then Lindsay came up with this great idea of, hey, why don't we put it out there like, hey, we're going to do, you know, we're going to do our next stream with all 4 of us on this day. Send us your questions and we'll answer them. So, oh, thanks, Debbie. Awesome. Host, you can borrow my... Oh, Triton. That would be awesome. So my goal for the race, right? That race is to live stream it. And my idea is to, hopefully between now and then, since it's not till January, would be to get everybody into a position and comfortable where we could all have cameras mounted to us. So, and then we would use StreamYards and we would all be live at the same time. So up on your screen, you would see where each of us were at in real time in the race. I will warn you, expect the images to be bouncy. I mean, we are running. We're not running with gimbals, because for us, we have to concentrate on our running. We're not running, 10-minute miles for 13 miles. Megan might. But that gimbal gets heavy, right? And that's a lot to hold up to try to run with a gimbal for 13 miles. So the image is going to be a little bouncy. But that would be a really cool idea, though, is to have a 360 camera mounted, like, to my head. That would be wild. Yeah, that would be... Oh, then you could watch through your Oculus. Yeah. And then just, like, switch between all of our views or whatever. So, and that was kind of my idea, was, like, you could be like, oh, we're... And talking amongst ourselves, we're assuming Megan will be like the leader of the pack, because she's into running. She's done it for a long time. She's really good. So, you can go to Megan and say, all right, where's Megan? Megan's at the, 3-mile mark, and she's smoking these fools. And then you can be like, well, where's Speedy Sean? There he is at the back of the pack, just ahead of the balloon lady. So I think it's going to be a cool idea. We are trying to get it to work for our 5K in June. So our June 5K is June 20th. It is down in Mount Hope, Rhode Island. And that one's actually like an evening race. It takes off, I think, at 6:30, so it'll be just about like now, here on the East Coast when we're like finishing up. So if we can get it to work for that, I think I think it'll be cool. Now, there are a whole bunch of different factors, right? It's like, if you don't have a signal, can your battery last? Like that sort of thing. So there are some technical glitches that we got to work on to just figure out if the idea of it's really true and going to make it happen, and then what are some of the technical stuff. So I am, Coach. I am doing a 13.1 mile event. We are doing the half marathon in January in Disney World. So, oh, you do have a head mount. Oh, Triton, we should communicate off stream a little bit. I will finish just ahead of the cleanup crew. I think so. If I run this race right, every mile I should gain a minute and a half on the sweepers, right? So my first mile would be like 14:30. If they're doing 16-minute miles, I gain a minute and a half. So my second mile, I'll be up by 3 minutes. My third mile, 4.5. My fifth mile, I'm 6 minutes ahead of them, which is good. And typically, cheers. Thank you all for being here. Those of you just showing up, hello. Typically, they let all the corrals go, and they hold the balloon ladies and the sweepers, they hold them back for anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, right? So, because when the packs take off, you're stuck. You are jammed up for literally like your first mile. There's just people everywhere. There's a lot of people walking the first half mile. You're trying to navigate. So they hold all those people back. That way it gives everybody a fair chance, especially if you're really slow like us, to get ahead and so you can finish. So I'm figuring by the time I get to the halfway point, it's either mile 6 or 7 that you're in the Magic Kingdom. That should give me enough of a cushion, especially where I'm at the back. What I'm thinking in my brain is probably going to be back of the pack jack, right? Where I can stop, and they have a photo op in front of the castle. So you run into Magic Kingdom, down Main Street, you hook a right into Tomorrowland, then you run through Tomorrowland into New Fantasyland, hook a left, run around across You run down between Winnie the Pooh and the Seven Dwarfs Mine Ride, and then you hook a left and come into the back of the castle, run through the castle, and then they send you down the right-hand ramp. When you get down the bottom of that ramp, there is a photo opportunity there where you can stop, you get your picture in front of the castle, and then you take a right and into Frontierland you go, and then out the back gate over near Splash Mountain or Tiana's Bayou, right? So that's the route kind of actually in the Magic Kingdom. But I figure if I have time-wise, like, a 5 or 6 minute lead at that point, if I'm lucky, maybe it'll be like 8-9 minutes on the Balloon Ladies and the Sweepers. That will hopefully get me enough, that'll give me enough time to stop and take that picture. That's really, you'd be behind the Sweepers, you'd be on a bus. I'd be running. Hello, Christine Machado. Michael Riley, yes, let's go Celtics. So that's my thought. And right now, it seems like I am on pace. It seems like the whole team is on pace right now. So, yes, Michael. Yep, we'll be in Disney in August. Yep. Sure. We're there the 19th to the 23rd. All those days we're in parks. We actually get in on the 18th. But we get in on the 18th, kind of like early to middle of the evening, so we won't have much going on there. I am excited to be able to try to go over and try seeing if I can catch the new drone show at Disney Springs, because the videos I'm seeing on it look incredible. I can't wait to go and watch that. No, you're welcome, Triton. Make sure I wear my catcher's mask. Ooh, Geyser Point. Yep, so I am super excited, though, to show you all the logo, which I think we decided on for the shirts. So, and it's going to be cool. It's going to be real cool. We got some neat stuff going on in the back. Hopefully, either tomorrow or the day after, we will kind of shore things up, solidify them, and we'll get the shirts in. And then, like I said, if you guys like the stuff, we will, if there's enough of a want for, Fat Turtle Racing team swag, we will make it available publicly, and you guys can just go and order whatever it is you want. We won't, we'll use either the local print shop that's going to do, I think, the t-shirts for us, or we'll put it up on like a Redbubble or something, and you'll be able to get it. So you're trying to get there, and the opening day of Food and Wine. Yep. That's cool. The drone show is amazing, huh? Coach, I can't blame her. Cannot blame her. We only go there because of that dang school schedule, man. That school schedule. Whoo. I've done that a lot, Michael. Yep. When I used to bring my marching band down there, we used to go like the end of June, beginning of July, and then I'd be back down there at the end of August. So 4 parks a day, man, that was a grind. I'm not going to lie. That was a lot. We did 4 parks in, was it 6.5, 7 hours? That was a long day. Frederick White, what is happening? Fred White in the house, everybody. Cheers, y'all. Welcome. Welcome to the Tiki Time 2024. We are on. It is time for Tiki Time, man. We just opened the Tiki Bar up. Day 1, here we are. Been testing it today. Went out, did my 5K, came back, mowed the lawn, tested the Tiki Bar. Had to make sure it was good to go. Got my bike on the road, actually. then tested the Tiki Bar. Tomorrow morning it's a bike ride, so I'm excited. Ooh, December. Whoo! You like to live on the edge? It's nice to go in December. There are a lot of people, though. There are definitely a lot of people. I think I need a refill. Sounds like a good idea to me. So, let's do that. Here is the, here it is. This is Tiki Bar. So this is the kegerator we're going to convert into a refrigerator. And that is our crowning jewel, the triple tap kegerator. It's only got one keg in it right now, which we're drawing off of, so. All right. We've got our, which I love. I actually bought 2 of these because there weren't many left on the shelf. But we've got our Rosen Crown mat. Love that thing. I never had a need for one until I got here. And I got this Tiki Bar going. So now that I have a a kegerator that's kegging, I guess I got a couple. Nice, Fred. That's awesome. What kind of bike do I own? I have a 2016 Indian. Yep. I got a vintage Chief. It is in the paint scheme that they discontinued that year, or maybe the year after. I have to go look. But my paint scheme is that nice Indian red, except it's a little bit lighter than the newer stuff they're putting out. It's the same kind of red, though. It's that same deep, almost maroon-like red, except my color design is it has white ivory paint. The color scheme they have now is you can get that red in either solid or red and black. They did offer a red and silver, but mine is a red with white ivory and white ivory inlays for the emblems and stuff everywhere, and tan bags and tan saddles. Oh, Jenna's husband streamed it Friday. Really? Yeah, so we will be out on that. No Sissy Bar. Although, I do want to get one because, believe it or not, Stephanie likes riding the motorcycle. So, before Stella came along, we would ride all the time together. And then, of course, life, children. But now, we're at the point now where we can, get Stella to one of our moms, and we can go out again. So a Sissy Bar will probably be happening. Oh, nice, Christine. That's awesome. No, nope. No, so I have leather tassel, like fringe. I have leather fringe on my bags. And it drives me nuts. I hate the fringe, but I had wanted this motorcycle, this exact motorcycle I had wanted since it came out, since it was first introduced back in like 2006 or whatever it was. And I just I dragged my feet, and Stephanie had always said, oh, you should get it, and I never did because it was, it was expensive at the time, brand new. And when I found this one, this thing only had like 6,000 miles when I bought it. So it was hardly ridden. I've put a couple of thousand miles on it since I've owned it. And it is literally the exact motorcycle with the exception of the fringe that I would have bought. No fringe. Yep, it's a bagger. Mm-hmm. And I have tassels other places. You just haven't seen them. So, for a long time on my previous motorcycle before this one, I didn't have bags. And I worked with this guy. He was getting rid of just a pair of leather bags. You took your back seat off, you let them hang over your fender, and that was it. There was no like frame to them or nothing. And when I got those, man, it's like air conditioned seats in my pickup truck. You don't know you need them until you got them. And boy, once I got bags, I will never have a motorcycle without them because they are just so convenient. So convenient. Coach, you'll just have to find out in August, won't you? Saying. TMI is a family show. Who says it's just on the pasties? So when I saw this bike, I was like, yes please, all in, and here we go. And oh, Triton, I did not know that because it did go in the mail. So Coach, I sent something to you in the mail too. Did you not receive yours either? Because I sent out a couple of items via the United States Postal Service. And if it did not get there, no, I won't. Yes, you will. You never got... okay. Oh, okay. Yep. We'll take care of this. I have a different means to get you what you need. All right. Thank you for letting me know. I will take care of that as soon as we're done on the street. Blame Anthony. I am not going to call out in a bad fashion the United States Postal Service. I just can't do that. He hasn't been focused lately. He's becoming a big time streamer. That's he's getting distracted. Blame Anthony. Wow. Y'all throwing the Molar Man right under the bus. He's just a delivery guy. It's got to get to him first, and that's the problem. Right? It just hasn't even made it out there yet. All right. I will promise you I will fix this. On the go with CeeLo. What is happening? Yeah, my screen is turning left. CeeLo, was today the big race or is that tomorrow? When's the, it's the 600, right? When is that? Tomorrow? Yep. Yeah. Did you do the truck race? I haven't been to a good truck race in a long, long time. I remember going to races, like truck races, when like Denny Hamlin was racing trucks. And he was like on the Bud Light series and stuff. Oh yeah. That was a long time ago, man. You're doing the Indy and the Coke 600? Oh, good Lord. Whoo! That's a lot of racing. Your computer just isn't going to turn left. It's going to be doing like whirly birds in front of you. Holy cow. Yep, so that's been you're 62 subs away from 13K. No way. That is so awesome. How cool. Don't let him cook with oil. Yeah. To go put the fire out. Shh. Oh, I bet you get it this weekend. I bet. You've got it. It's one of the biggest races in NASCAR. So out of all the racetracks I've been to, whether it was the short tracks or the road race or the super speedways, Charlotte is in my list of like top 3. Charlotte makes top 3. And in terms of racing, I almost prefer that race over the Daytona. Daytona's fun, but man, there is just something about that 600 on Memorial Day weekend. It's just got a different feel to it. Been there once? Yep. I've been to a lot of the races multiple times. So there was a really good chunk in my life back when I was in my 20s where really great friends of mine, we were just, living life, and we were following the NASCAR circuit. And boy, did we follow. So, excuse me. Ooh. That figures. So, you like Daytona when you go to Buc-ee's? Anytime for Buc-ee's is a good time. Oh, drinks up, Suzanne. Yes, go get some. Go get it. Go get it. Show it who's boss. One of the other things I'm going to try to do out here too is see right behind me here. So, kind of where am I here? Where the pole is, right here, right there, where the pole is. So, kind of like almost in between these two kegerators here. I'm going to try to get a little shelving unit to mount on the back where I'm going to have a couple of shelves of hard liquor. So we're going to have hopefully a full-fledged bar out here. Ooh, CeeLo, they're opening one 5 miles from you? No way. Wow. How do you not spend your life there is my question. Thanks, Debbie, for stopping in. Have a great weekend. Supposed to be building one in Ocala. I'm telling you. But if they can open a Buc-ee's, as long as they keep the same standard and they don't expand too fast, Buc-ee's will take over being America's gas station. You just can't beat it. You can literally get anything you kind of need to get yourself by and then some at any Buc-ee's you go to. Once a week, Coach, I'd be there once a day. Just to go in to see like what's going on. I mean, the walks of life that you see in a Buc-ee's. I mean, really, it's quite incredible. So hopefully, if you all have not done so, go on over to Fat Turtle Racing. That's the new race team channel. It's right there. That link should take you to it. Please hit the subscribe button. We're trying to kind of get that rolling to document our journey up to the Disney Half Marathon in January. We've already got some content posted. It's myself. It's the co-host, who's Lindsay, the co-producer, which is Megan, and the producer, which is Stephanie. All of us will be posting content. You'll see playlists dedicated to each of us. So there should be one there for Lindsay already. I made one for Stephanie. I'm going to make one for myself. I'm going to start throwing content in. If Megan does her own stuff, there'll be one for her. And, we're going to have a really good time. And I'm super excited for, like, some of the stuff we're going to do. And hopefully we're supposed to be, I think tomorrow we're testing some technology to see if it's all going to kind of work, because there's more than just streaming. There's like, people got earbuds and we're listening to music. I'm listening to running cues to make sure I'm on pace and on cadence. So, we're going to be testing that stuff. And then, if it all works out, hopefully June 20th, you'll get your first live stream of all of us running a 5K. So it'll be a good team race, Chopped brisket on the board. Oh, Triton, you don't know what you're missing. Their chips are really good. Really, really good. Coach, did I see that one of your daughters had a birthday? Goes by quick. Holy cow, it goes by quick. Wow. Yes, the brown bag's right next to the sandwiches. Yep. And in the morning, you can get tater tots with your morning breakfast sandwich. So good. 23. Woo, 20. Remember, what were you doing at 23, Coach? I can tell you what I was doing at 23. And I'm sure it was a lot worse than whatever it is that your kid's doing at 23. A lot worse. Way, way, way worse. Guaranteed. Heck yeah. So I am a big tater tot fan. Here's what I found with the Buc-ee's tater tots is they usually come out a little bit on the crispy side, and they can be not all the time, and I'm not sure what triggers this, but they can sometimes be really like salty. So as long as you don't mind that, you're good to go. I tend to like them because I like a tater tot that's a little crispy. Sometimes they get so crispy they dry out a little bit, but for the most part, they're really good. They're crispy. It's just a matter of like how much salt's on them. I wasn't married but drunk. And now you're both. Aren't we all? That's a fantastic answer, Suzanne. Man. I can already tell you, after running that 5K today, I am going to sleep like a brick. I can just feel it. So, I can't wait. I'm actually really excited to post some of the content on that Fat Turtle Racing about how I felt after and like towards the end of today's run. So I've been kind of rolling around like what I want to say in my brain all day, kind of how I'm feeling now. Even now, a weird thing happened, which is like, so the top of tibia, the top of my tibia on each leg, I have like, most people do, there's like a little knot. Well, like mine on one side feels bruised after today. So I don't know if that's muscle from flexing my toes, because that's when you run and flex your toes, that's kind of where you get your shin splints from. It's using that muscle in the very front of your shins. So I don't know if I was doing that. I don't know. I don't know. It's just weird. But outside of that, I feel really good. Legs aren't sore. I had really, for the most part, I had really good energy. I hydrated with electrolytes afterwards, like 80 ounces of water. I have felt pretty good all day. Now I'm starting to hit the wall, though. I'm starting to hit the wall. And this is like, you might as well drink a bottle of NyQuil at this point, because that's going to make me want to sleep. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, Coach. Middle of the night cramps are terrible. I think I'll be okay. We won't get into that. All right. Pickle juice. Yes. So, interesting story. I never understood been watching a lot of videos, and I never understood why some people that run, like, they eat salt tabs, and I'm like, what is going on with this? And I didn't realize, like, a sodium tablet will help stop you from cramping. So pickle juice makes sense, right? A ton of salt in there. That pickle brine, man. Oh, Coach, you are correct. 100%. When this stream is over, I am grabbing myself some ice cream and I am going to watch a little TV. I think that's what I'm going to do. Ooh, I hadn't really, pickle juice. So I think I'm going to get a hydration vest. So I'm pretty simple. I don't really listen to music. I got like the Galloway app is really like, I like it because as you're running, he talks, Jeff Galloway's voice is on there, and he talks and he's just kind of giving you tips and reviews different things and like, hey, make sure you're running like this with good posture and this is how your gait should be, blah, blah, blah. And then there's some like, I don't even know how to describe it. There's music, not like music I would want to listen to, but there is music. You can change that music out, I suppose. His music kind of helps me get into a really good rhythm now. And then, of course, you know, I'm listening for the cues of every 10 seconds run and then 30 seconds walk. And so I don't have earbuds. I typically just let it play out on my phone, which is okay. But I'm going to get a hydration vest so I can put something with some electrolytes and maybe even like a salt electrolyte mix in that thing so I can sip on it as I run. It has a couple pockets. I won't need it for the 5K. I'll probably try it for the 10K, which we have a 10K in October. So that gives us about 4 months to get ready for a 10K. I honestly think we're going to be ready for a 10K probably way before that, just judging by how I'm feeling. So we may actually throw in a couple of more of these runs during the summer, although running in the summer sucks because it's so hot. So we gotta probably take a look at that and really try to figure out if that's going to be in the cards for everybody, you know. Saying pickles and ice cream. My sister had that craving when she was pregnant. She said pickles and ice cream. Five-finger death punch, right? Like me, I would work out to like a bunch of like AC/DC and you know, just like 70s and 80s like rock or metal. But I just been really trying to focus on like good posture, getting into my stuff, making sure it's all, you know, I'm running the right way and stuff. So, but you know, that channel is going to be great. I think it's going to keep us motivated, you know, and on track. So I'm super excited about that. Super excited. It's going to be great. And if you are, you know, if you're signed up to the channel, share the channel out. Hopefully, we're supposed to be able to go live on there tomorrow at, I want to say, it's got to be somewhere around the 5 o'clock area. So maybe we'll get our first live stream either late tomorrow or maybe on Monday, on Memorial Day. We'll fire it up just to see, like, you know, what's working. So, well, thanks, Triton. I don't know. You know, I've done a triathlon, which was, whoo boy, that was quite a monumental task. So for me, you know, you guys see how large I am. There's no hiding it. But for me, it's really not the physical part. I mean, it is a little, because I am so large, you know, carrying 340 pounds, you know, at any sort of pace, mile after mile, you know, I'm doing 2 to 3 times the work of probably most anybody else that either I'm running with or gonna be running with. So, you know, there's a little bit extra to it. So, you know, getting ready for it physically, I think I'll get there. I'm pretty confident I'll get there. It's really just the mental side of it. You just gotta, because it's gonna suck to suck, and you gotta be able to suck it up and just push through. You know, the last third of a mile of that 5K I ran today, I was literally shouting at myself, you can do this. You can do this. One foot in front of the other. Just keep running and don't stop. You know, ignore everything going on and just focus on your next step. I was literally saying this out loud to myself to get me to where I needed to be, and it worked. So, you know, let's hope it's not. Thanks, Coach. That's my fear. That's my fear. Yes, it is literally like one telephone pole to the next. So I'm like, all right. And I started getting like, when I come up to a telephone pole and it would tell me to run, I'm like, let me see if I can run one telephone pole in 10 seconds. And believe it or not, today, at first I couldn't do that. And I noticed, you know, it took me a little while, but finally by the end, as tired as I was starting to feel, I could run a telephone pole in 10 seconds or less. So I was getting a little bit quicker as time went on, which was great. Especially after you're running that far, you know. I don't know if I could have done what I did today like 4 times. That's a lot, right? Because so 3.1 miles is 4. It's like 4.5, right? Times altogether get you to like a half marathon, right? It's a little bit less than 4.5 times. It's like 4 1/3 times. So I don't think I could have done it that much. What I did today, I probably could have done twice at my pace, which would have been like a half of a half, like a quarter marathon. But I think that would have been it. Beat the hair. Beat the hair. That last beer on earth is at the finish line. I am telling you, it 100% better be. I may shove a couple of roadies in my clear plastic bag to bring with me the morning of the half in Disney, because so for the half marathon, you know, they give us 3.5 hours, and you start though, like the start is at like 5:30 in the morning. So, you know, they want you done and out by like 9 a.m. so they can open all the roads back up. So I think they figure if they start at like between 5 and 5:30 in the morning, you know, everybody's off of like World Drive by 8 a.m. so they can start letting guests in and they don't have to close the road. The full marathon's a little different. The full marathon, they give you 7 hours, I think, to complete a full marathon. Something like that. 6.5 maybe. But that one is, you know, they have roads closed and stuff for the runners. So I'm excited to do it, but man, I'll tell you what, sometimes I'm like, do I have enough in me? And it's like I said, it's mental. You got to tell yourself, yes. Yeah, you know why I have enough in me? Because look at how far I've come. Right? And when you run, you know, you can go as far as you want in one direction, but just remember, you got to run back. So that's why, you know, I think the next time I run, instead of doing half the 5K, I think I'm going to just run like 2 miles out and then come back. So we'll just keep adding miles on my long days. That's all. 1 mile at a time. Got to complete it. And that was my thought today was to just finish. I said, man, even if I got to walk, so I'll do whatever the app tells me to do, which should be 2 miles, maybe a little bit better. And then when the program's done for the day, if I'm really gassed, I'll just walk the last mile, because I need to know what it feels like to run a 5K, because I haven't done it in so long. I'm going to run one in less than a month. I've got to understand what this feels like. I got to understand what it's like to suck from the 2-mile mark on, and I felt great. I really did. I felt pretty good. So yes, Suzanne, I agree. I would much rather sprint than just run distance. This is distance. No thanks. I don't know how people do it. I give people a lot of credit. I got a neighbor of mine 2 houses over, and Stephanie, I've seen him a couple times, but he was out running today, and he was running uphill. Stephanie was running downhill, and she's like, that was like nothing. I couldn't even hear him running. He just passed me like I was standing still, like they were going opposite directions. She's like, yep, he just cruised right on by. But hopefully June 20th. So I would say, I got to double check, but I think we're going to be there at 5:30, and I think the race is 6 or 6:15. And like I said, it'll be over sometime a little before now. So keep that in the back of your brain. I think June 20th is like a Thursday. I think it's on a Thursday night. It's on like a Thursday evening. So, you know, if you're all hanging out and you're looking for something to do, Fat Turtle Racing will hopefully be live, and we will stream everything. I got a chest mount I'm going to try running with. Again, the videos are going to be really bouncy because we're running. So, you know, as long as you guys don't mind that and you can keep the chat rolling, then that would be great. But yeah, he is. He's just like fit. He's in wicked good shape. He's like this big, and I'm like this big. You know, jealousy. All right. Well, I'm down to my last sip. I'm going to wrap this up. We've been going for just over an hour. We have officially opened the Tiki Bar here on the Urban Family Adventurers channel. Thank you all for joining me. We're going to have some more content coming. Head on over to our Fat Turtle Racing YouTube channel. We just started. Me, co-host Lindsay, producer Stephanie, and the co-producer Megan have a running team going for our marathon in Disney World for the RunDisney half in January. So we're doing some stuff down there. And of course, we're going to do a lot of Tiki Bar stuff. And I have a brand new motorcycle mount, which I'm super excited about, that has come in. So I would love to. I've done it once or twice before, a couple years back. I would love to just go out for a motorcycle ride again with everybody because I thought that was really cool. So maybe we'll try to find like a motorcycle run that we can all go on, and that'll be a good time. But yeah, I had a great time. I appreciate everybody being here, hanging out here at the Tiki Bar. The inaugural couple of beers for the 2024 season is upon us. We got a lot of tin can stuff that'll be happening, of course, because the weather's nice and we're out here at the bar. And we're going to start getting some hard liquors in to just kind of review, go over, and I really want some off-brand, like really unique stuff to try when it comes to the connoisseur's corner, you know. So when do I have the dunk tank? I love it. Love it. Yeah, it's been a few years, Coach, so get your motor on and dun. So, yeah, I think it'll be cool. But tomorrow will be my first bike ride. So we're going to go out, me and my friends, we're going to go just get breakfast and take a cruise and probably end up at a couple of different watering holes along the way and have a good time. So, but for now, cheers to everybody. I hope to see you all back here real soon. Stay tuned for hopefully a live stream over on the Fat Turtle Racing YouTube channel late tomorrow and maybe on Monday, just to kind of, it'll be a test stream just to make sure everything's up, running, and working like it should. And hopefully we'll see you all there. Make sure you're like, subscribed. And for right now, adventurers, cheers. Have a great night, everybody. See y'all real soon.